Okay, so we have put a couple of effects on this file. We put a compressor on there, and then we put a limiter on there. Some of the other things that I like to do right away are listen for room noise. So, and by the way, let's talk about how do I get in there closer into that waveform. And up here are your controls for that, right? So you can back out and you can drill in. You can drill in really, really far.
It's for you. It's for you.
Now, this area right here, okay, all that is, there really isn't a lot of ambient noise in the room where she recorded, but she's got these noises right before she gets ready to speak. It's the moisture in your mouth when your lips move and get ready to speak. It's breaths, those types of things. So,
#1 best-selling author, keynote speaker, and
there we go. There's a breath right there. Now, typically what I do is Control L, which is silence.
keynote speaker and co-founder of Pink Coat MD.
Now, this is only if you want to get rid of the breaths. But this strategy will work for other things too. So say there's a couple of people talking in an interview and somebody coughs. And as long as you have them on separate tracks, you can take that cough out of that person's track, and more than likely it won't be in the other track, especially if they're recording remotely.
I'm so glad.
But highlighting is important skill. Being able to silence, which is Control L, or delete, which is just hitting the delete key. Say I just want to delete that. Boom, it's gone.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Tammy Chang, pediatric.
There we go.
I'm Dr. Tammy Chang, pediatric hematologist oncologist.
Now, let's say we want to drag in some music. Let's go back to my files here. Let's go to my folder with music beds. I don't even know what this is. Spruce and Pine. It's called Spruce and Pine. It's royalty free. And we're going to dump that in there. And let's take a listen.
I'm Dr. Tammy Chang,
Now, I'm going to move this. Obviously, this is starting while she's talking. So I'm going to grab up here again. It turns into a hand. I didn't need to highlight it. And I'm just going to move that out a little bit. So now when I go back to the beginning and hit play or spacebar, so I want it to come in on a beat. I want her to come in on the beat. Right about there.
I'm so glad.
Maybe right there.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I like that. And so, but I want the music to fade now. Right now, we are in the tool that just places the cursor where you want it to be on the timeline. That's this guy right here. This is called the envelope tool. And it allows you, changes the view. And you can see you get these thick lines here. So if I'm here, it looks like that. When I'm here, now it's in envelope view. And what I can do now is take these two little arrows and make a insertion point right there. And I'm going to do that again. And I'm making another insertion point. And now I can stretch and drag that, and I can make that fade right out. Let's go back here.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. T.
Now I faded it all the way. I could have the music bed playing under her a little bit and then fade it later. Sometimes I do that. Why don't we do that? Let's bring it up to here. And it's still there. It's just a nice fade under her voiceover.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Tammy Chang, pediatric hematologist oncologist, leadership coach.
And at some point, I'm going to want to end that. So we'll just grab it here and we'll just make it end. It's probably too abrupt, but I just wanted you to see how to do it.
Co-founder of Pink Coat MD. If you're a woman physician...
So there you go. Okay, so we dumped music in there, and we used the envelope tool here to create those fades. And this is non-destructive. I can come back and I can take those fades out of there, and I can bring the volume all the way back up. So a little bit more in the next video. Thanks for watching.